Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than we normally do. We're not going to be making antennas. We're not going to be doing anything like that. We're going to be scoping out a place here in Southeast Texas that for Parks on the Air. We want to check this place out and see what it's all about. But more importantly, I think today we're going to be talking about this channel, where this channel is going to be going, where we've been, what we've done through the years, and just kind of give you a background of this channel, a little bit of background about me, what I've done through my life to get me to this point in ham radio. So stick around, we got a lot to talk about. Well, first of all, I want to start it off by just saying, hey, thanks for coming to my channel and just being a part of my little adventures in ham radio. We have to go back probably my childhood in communications. From the time that I can possibly remember, 4 or 5 years old, I was always fascinated with radio. No matter what kind, I was fascinated with the way radio worked. And I was fortunate. Daddy worked at a radio station part-time.
The Country Ron Dyson Show right here over KFMZ at 92.5 hometown radio in Pasadena, Texas.
Sparked my enthusiasm for radio because I was always hanging on to his coattail. I was always next to him. We did everything together when I was growing up. So no wonder radio kind of rubbed off on me. If we were going out of town and we passed by a radio station, if we didn't go in and take a look and see how the operations were, we at least tuned them in as we went through each town. At nighttime, we would do DXing, listening to great radio stations, WLAC, KWKH, KVOO, all of those stations far away. We had a ball. We would be out for hours listening on the truck radio, trying to tune in all the stations on the AM band that it wasn't digital. You had to fine tune it in to get that. So we just had a ball. So the love of radio has always been there for me. Alrighty, it's time to do some fun facts. Not sure if they're all true, but they sure are a lot of fun. 50% of dog owners say their dogs like to watch TV.
Don't they all?
That's about half. 40% of parents told their children not to cross their eyes because they'll stick that way. Now, if you were like me, when you were a child, you always had a pair of walkie-talkies, whether they come from Radio Shack or, Woolco, any of those department stores would have them. Sears always had some good, little walkie-talkies. They were, channel 14. Those were fascinating because you could talk to your friends and actually, have a conversation with someone. It wasn't just you were listening to music or something like that on the radio. You were actually having a conversation. So that was a whole lot of fun. I remember one time I put a coat hanger on top of the house on the lead jacket vent on one of the bathroom pipes, put a hose clamp around it, stretched the coat hanger out, put it up there, attached a speaker wire to it, ran it down into my bedroom, and twisted it onto my antenna on the walkie-talkie. Now, I knew nothing about antennas. I just knew that if it stuck straight up, it was, that was an antenna. That's the way I saw it. It didn't work that great. It didn't work bad. I was still able to talk, but it didn't improve it at all. It was just kind of, it just worked. Don't remember how good it was, but it was, it was just fascinating that I could put an antenna on top of the house. I just thought that was really, really neat. Through my teenage years, got into CB radio in my bedroom, in my closet. I'd cleared most of it out, put a little desk in there, a little table. It was kind of a double door closet, and it was big enough that I could put a little small box desk of some sort, put a radio on top of there. I didn't have a power supply for it. I had an old battery charger. I hooked it up to that, and believe it or not, it worked. It had a little hum to it, but it worked. I later got me one of those Radio Shack 12-volt regulated power supplies. That worked out really, really well. But I upgraded, got a 11-meter antenna on the roof with a little ground plane. Worked out really nice. It was pretty good size. I could talk all over the place. Hurricane Alicia took that down in 1983. Never put another one back up since then. I just never did. I got into other things, but I always had a CB in the vehicle for the most part, because that was easy. You know, you just stick an antenna on top of the roof, put a mag mount on there, and you were good. But I was always fascinated with that. Talking on sideband, things like that. I would go to school like a zombie, because I had stayed up all night talking on the on sideband on 11 meters on the CB, and it was a whole lot of fun. Really did. It was just a lot of fun. But once I grew up and become an adult, I got a job at a radio station and worked there for several years. Been working in radio ever since. In fact, most of my life I've been in broadcasting, radio engineering. Most of my life I've been a radio engineer. And I love engineering. I love antennas. I love transmitters. I love everything about the technical side, all the data that goes along with it. I absolutely, that's my love language. Now, what to expect with the channel. It's just, I've done a lot of videos so far, and I want to do a whole lot more videos. I like to build antennas. I like to build coils. I like to dive into a transmitter. You name it, I like it. There's not just one thing that I like. There's a host of things that I like in radio in general. What's really nice is our radio station. We have a tower. We own our own tower site, so it's a lot of fun to go out there, and maybe in the future we'll be experimenting with a little bit of ham radio on that tower as well. But right now, what interests me is just being a part of the hobby. It really is. It's just a lot of enjoyment. Meet a lot of great people, and hey, I don't know everything. Don't claim to know everything. Yeah, I've been an engineer my whole life, but guess what? I'm learning every day. Do I make mistakes? Oh yeah, I make mistakes. That's okay. It's okay. It's part of learning. If you don't make mistakes, you're never going to learn. But I don't claim to know everything. This channel, I'm never going to claim to know everything. I'm just going to show you some of the things that I know how to do, some of the things that I enjoy doing, and we're just going to see where it takes us. Hopefully you got a little insight of my life and where I see the vision for this channel from here on out. We're going to be doing some fun things. We're going to be doing some POTA. That's what we're going to try to get going today. But in the future, you're going to see some more POTA events. I haven't done a POTA before. This is going to be the first time, and hopefully we'll have this in a video in the future. But this channel, again, tips, tricks on some of the things, some of my knowledge. Hopefully I can pass it on to you to where you can understand what's going on. Again, I don't claim to know everything. I just, I'm going to do my best to educate, to inform, to just let you know some of the things that I've learned over the years. Say, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe. That's exactly what makes the channel grow. That's what brings more people to the channel, and that's my heart's desire, is to communicate. And if we can get people tuned into the channel, then we can fulfill that. Hey, this is Otis, N0TIS 73.